know you're a follower of Persephone when anytime there's a pomegranate, you're just eating them all the time. Hey YouTube. So, I want to talk about unconditional love and my viewpoints about it, except for when it comes to yourself. Unconditional love to me is very, like when I think of that term, it is the idea that you are loving someone regardless. And in some respects, that's a really great concept. The idea that someone could, make mistakes. Someone can have some faults to them. They don't have to be perfect to be loved. That the gritty, the unpretty parts of yourself are lovable still. Like someone's gonna look at you and go, yeah, I love you regardless. I love you for the good and I love you for the bad. I love you unconditionally. But for me, that has become a really toxic phrase, unconditional love. Because unconditioned means that there is no condition, none, that would make you change your mind about that. That ain't working for me. Because let me tell you, was very freeing for me in my early 20s, which I'm still kind of in, I'm 25, mid-20s. My early 20s, I realized that there are so many people out there who don't have a family structure like I do, or a friend structure like I do, or we're able to let people go, right? Like there are people all over this earth who don't have good relationships with their mother, father, siblings, what have you, friends. Like there are people who have limited their relationships, cut off relationships, done all of this over and over and over again. And because they didn't have unconditional love for those people. There was a condition that got crossed. There was a line that got crossed that was too freaking far. And also, like, I don't have children, so I haven't had that experience yet, so I can't quite speak to that. But even that, I also feel like, what if your kid was like a horrible murderer and was beating the shit out of you? Would you still love them unconditionally? Like, they were tearing your life apart. Would you still continue to give yourself to them? I don't know. I would hope I wouldn't. I'd also hope I would raise a good kid. But I don't know. That's, for me, it's such a toxic idea. Because everyone in your life can be removed. Every single person. You don't have to be with anybody around. And sometimes I even feel like unconditional love is it's a burden. It's like, you are with me because it's an obligation. You're obligated to love me. That's what it feels like, unconditional. I have to love you. I have to take your shit. I have to let you cross lines that I don't want you to cross because I love you. It just rings so wrong to me. It rings so wrong to me on so many levels. Except for when it comes to myself, right? Because I can never really get rid of myself. Like, I'm here with me for forever. So loving myself unconditionally is like something I had to learn, while at the same time realizing I don't have to love anyone else unconditionally. I can look at myself and go, yeah, you can make every fucking mistake you want in the book. I'm still gonna love you. Because I really can't get rid of you. There's no vacating myself. So I really cannot get rid of myself. So I have to learn to deal with it. I have to love myself unconditionally, because if I don't, then I'm living in a skin of someone I cannot stand. And that can be such a hard battle as it is. And taking away all those lines that people said are crossable and saying, no, they're not crossable. It's a damn wall. It's a freaking huge ass fence that you are not allowed to cross ever. And the minute you do, I don't have to respond to you. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to like you. I don't have to love you. I don't ever have to speak to you again if I don't want to. And having all those boundaries and barriers, even if, like, I don't even have to announce them to everybody else, I just have them in my head and going, no, I have a line of how I'm going to be treated. I don't care who the hell you are. I don't care if you're family. I don't care if you're a lover. I don't care if you're a friend. I don't care who you are. You don't get to no one gets to treat me this way. Ever. And I will cut you, I don't care who you are, from my life in 10 seconds flat if you ever think that line is crossable. If you continue to cross that line again and again, I will cut you. There is no unconditional love for anybody else. And that allows me to have a lot of unconditional love for myself. I can look at everything and go, yeah, I forgive myself for this, I forgive myself for this, I forgive myself for this, because I feel like I haven't, in a way, wasted it on everybody else. I haven't let everyone else encroach on my borders to such an extent that now even looking at myself and forgiving my mistakes seems like an extra burden on top of that too. And it's a great feeling to feel chosen, right? Like I said earlier, unconditional love is like an obligation. And I have an obligation to myself. And for some reason, when I put it to myself, it doesn't feel as negative. It feels much more positive. Like, yes, of course I have an obligation to myself. This is my obligation. I'm going to follow it. I am indebted to myself constantly, and that's fine, because I have to be. And that seems really empowering to me. But it's more empowering with my relationships with other people, to look at them and go, oh yeah, I'm choosing to be with you every time, and you're choosing to be with me. Don't you ever stay my friends, my family member, my lover, whatever, out of obligation, because I don't want it. I don't want to be anyone's obligation. I don't want to be anyone's burden. Like, I'm fine by myself. I got me. I'm my best friend. I got my own back. I don't need you for that. But if you choose to be with me, if you're choosing to be around me, if every time that you look at yourself and you're like, yeah, I love me and I love her too, God, that just, out of everyone in the world, you're choosing me. Out of everyone to spend your time with, you're choosing to spend time with me. That, to me, feels so much more valuable and so much higher. When I look at the world that way, it just feels so much brighter. Like, every interaction I have is more of a special thing. Like, I'm not going to get this chance again later. Like, you chose me right now, and I'm so grateful for that. So what are y'all's thoughts on unconditional love? Do you feel the same way? Are you like, woman, you're crazy? Unconditional love is what makes the world go round and what keeps us all happy? Or are you like me and you're like, yeah, know what? I really never really liked that phrase with other people as well. Not a fan. Comment down below. And like and subscribe for all about these videos. I make new ones every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.